Limits do not exist for every single function. We're going to talk about 3 specific examples where limits do not exist. The first is if the behavior differs from the right and from the left as we approach a certain x value. So if we take a look at the limit as x approaches 0 of the absolute value of x over x, here's what that graph looks like. You will see that as we approach 0 from the left, we have a y value of -1. But if we approach 0 from the right, the y value is +1. Because our function is approaching 2 different values from the left and the right, this limit does not exist. Our second example of a function in which its limit does not exist is if the function has unbounded behavior, if f of x increases or decreases without bound as x approaches c. So here we have an example, the limit as x approaches 0 of the function 1 over x squared. Here's what that function looks like graphically. You'll see that as we approach x equals 0, from both the left and the right, our function is going towards positive infinity. Let's check out a third function in which limits do not exist. Our last example of a function in which its limit does not exist is if the function oscillates. The function f of x oscillates between 2 fixed values as x approaches c. Here is an example. Find the limit as x approaches 0 of sine of 1 over x. There's a table given to you, and you see that our function value is in fact going back and forth between 1 and -1. Because it continues to bounce back and forth and oscillate between 1 and -1, this limit does not exist. Now that we're done with our video lesson, this is what you can expect for class tomorrow. When we come in, there are going to be 3 problems that you're going to complete with a partner. I'm then going to ask for 3 volunteers, or 3 pairs, to do and explain each of the 3 problems. We're going to follow that up with a Socrative activity, so make sure you bring your smartphones with your QR reader. And last but not least, we will work on our homework, and it will give you lots of time to ask me questions about anything that was covered. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.